Hi, today I want to share with you one of my favorite stories. And this story takes us back to the time before electricity, and it takes us into the north of India and into a village situated very closely to the river Ganges. And in this village there is a man who wears the title the Dhobi, which is the laundry man. And every morning he walks down to the river with the dirty linen from people in the village, and he washes the clothes and the linen there, and then in the evening he takes it back to the village. And to help him carry the load, he has a couple of donkeys. And one day when they are going down to the river, they spot a bounty hunter who has just killed a lioness. And since the bounty hunter is only interested in the skin of the lion, he leaves the carcass there after he has taken off the skin. And the Dhobi, he's a very curious guy, so he naturally approaches the dead lioness, and he realizes that there's something moving inside the dead lion. And he recognizes that it has to be a lion cub, that the lioness was just pregnant, just about to give birth before she was killed. So the Dhobi opens up the lioness very carefully, and he takes out this lion cub, which he adopts and feeds and nourishes. And this lion cub, of course, he identifies with the Dhobi and the donkeys as his family. And since he walks on all four, he just draws a natural conclusion that I am a donkey. So he starts to do, as a very young lion, he starts to do what the donkeys are doing. He carries clothes on his back into the river. And one day when they are down washing the clothes by the river, there comes a huge lion. And everybody gets terrified. The Dhobi and the donkeys, they flee. And our little young lion, he is so terrified that he cannot even run. He cannot move. He's just going into freeze mode. And the great lion thinks that it's really odd. Like, what is this young lion doing with a couple of donkeys and a human? So he walks straight towards the young lion, and the young lion is so terrified, so the only thing that he can speak is please don't eat me, I really, really want to live. And the great lion says, well, what do you mean I don't eat my own kin? And the young lion doesn't understand anything at all, and he goes, what do you mean? You are a lion, I'm a donkey. And then the great lion realizes what has happened. But he doesn't try to persuade the young lion that he is indeed a lion. Instead, he opens his mouth and just takes him at the back of his head, and he pulls him over the edge of the riverbank and have him look down into the reflection of the water. And there the young lion sees that indeed they are the same kin. He is a lion. And then he pulls him back onto the riverbank, and then he tells him the following words: now you know who you are, now roar. And that's the end of the story. And the real diamond of the story is the last two words, now roar. The great lion is not only interested in showing the young lion his true identity, his true nature, he also wants him to live that truth by roaring, by declaring for the world, this is who I am, this is my nature. And the moment he roars, he immediately turns his former family into his prey. They will now be terrified of him, and all the benefits that he has gained from being identified as a donkey and belonging to the donkey family and to the Dhobi, they are now gone. They are now not anymore. Instead, the donkeys and the Dobby, they will do everything in their power to make him go back into the identification with being a donkey, because as long as he is identified as a donkey, he is completely harmless. He's not even harmless, he is even to the benefit. And the donkeys and the Dobby, they will be successful only to the extent that this young lion still has attachments to whatever good feelings or feelings of comfort that it gave him to be identified with as a donkey, like to be together with people, to be accepted by the group, to belong to a group, to not stand on your own. And this is a kind of struggle that he's now facing. Like, to live his truth will also mean that he has to give up his former way of living, his former way of being. And this is so potent, this story, because for me, the Dobby and the donkeys, they represent aspects of ego consciousness, and the lion is the realized consciousness, and embodied, the embodiment of that realization. And that will wrap up this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video.